Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good weekend. Sometimes the weekends seem long, waiting for the stock market, waiting for GME to do something crazy. And then you get a Monday like today and you're like, man, I wish it was the weekend still. Thing just tanked today. It's been looking bearish though for a while. It's following the charts, and it has been since back here. Couldn't find a floor and couldn't make a reversal happen, and still hasn't. We were kind of saying on Friday, saying it still looks bearish, and we'll see if it finds a floor at this 120 support. Today it kind of came down and looked like it was going to hold 140 maybe for a bit, and then it didn't because it kept coming here. And then I actually tweeted, I was like, this isn't going to hold. We're getting a little bit of bump right now. Once it just stayed flat here, I'm like, all right, there's a bear flag, and it's going to keep going. And then it did. It came down to this 135, and now it looks like it's trying to come back up to the VWAP. This blue line right here, probably just kind of bounce off the VWAP, and we'll just probably end the day with a negative or down 10%. Not much volume on this this spike we're watching right here, so we'll see though. It's pretty crazy what happened earlier today. So they were announcing GameStop I don't know if they announced or what, but yeah, they were talking about looking for a new CEO, and it came out. There's lots of bearish news over the weekend, of course, how awful GameStop is, and then right here it's supposed to be looking for a new. They're looking for a new CEO. It says it came out, let's see, an hour ago. I think the old CEO is stepping down or something. Search for a new CEO, sources say. But the timing was really interesting. So I was watching the chart. I didn't actually look at the news, but it happened right here. 1:30. That's like right when the first news dropped about them looking for a new CEO. That was at 2. Yeah, I mean, this might have not been the earliest news, but it was right around that time. Weeble's not going to have always the fastest news. But anyways, that's, I think, what this big spike was from, was them looking for new CEO. Well, there's some volume on this candle. See, we're at 3:30. We got 30 minutes left in the day. We'll see. Basically, I'll just tell you what was going on here. So it was just staying flat. Big drop. It's crazy is the shares being borrowed. And when I was thinking about this eyebrow desk and the shares borrowed, I think they have. So this data could be trailing by like 3 days, and that's probably why it doesn't seem accurate. Is it 3 days? 2 or 3 days? I can't remember. But basically, once they borrow shares, they have a certain number of days before they actually have to use them, if you know what I mean, to sell short. So this number could be trailing quite a bit. So if there's 100,000 available and then there's only 50,000 available, it doesn't mean right then they shorted it 50,000 shares. It just means they borrowed them at that point. And maybe they'll do it 3 days later. I can't remember the timeline, but it's days later, so that you can't always follow that. But anyways, I was down here, had this big spike on a bunch of volume. This is good, GameStop. This is good. This 140 might be the floor. We'll see if I'm looking at it on the hourly chart. If we can get a green candle that holds, this candle closes at 3:30. Yeah, so in 4 minutes this candle holds. Which it looks like it probably will, then this might be the floor right here, this 140, and it might not keep going down. If it was going to kind of stay at this bear flag and kind of just look weak into close, I'd say it'd probably keep coming down to this 120 level with a lot of volume coming in right now. Yeah, this might be the floor of this 140. Not to say it's just going to go straight up from here. It'll probably consolidate a bit, but you never know. This thing's pretty volatile. Sometimes if it hits like a big buy wall, it'll come down, and once it hits it, it bounces hard, kind of like what it's done back here, you know. So then you're gonna get like this V. Typically it'll move down, then it'll consolidate, and move down, and consolidate, and then move up, consolidate, and kind of stair step both ways, unless there's news. And this could be honestly kind of a lag from CEO news, from them looking for a new CEO. So sometimes it comes out a little late. Yeah, to boot George Sherman. GameStop looking to boot George Sherman and to get a new CEO. I don't know if that's necessarily bullish, because that maybe means that they're not going to look for Cohen to be CEO and just the chairman. I don't know. To me, it doesn't matter a whole lot. I mean, CEO and chairman, he'd have more power, but maybe it's better he doesn't. Not more power, but he'd have the power and be basically doing the operations day to day more as a CEO does. But maybe it's better he just has someone good that's a CEO and he can be the final word on stuff. Anyways, back to this. So a bunch of volume came in. This thing started shooting up, kind of like it's doing now, but in a smaller scale. But look at the volume. I mean, the volume that day, this is a 5-minute chart. We were at 50,000, 40,000, 50,000, all the way down to, one of these was really low. 1,000, I think one of them was. And then this candle, almost 1 million on this 5-minute candle. Tons of green. That's right after they announced they're looking for a new CEO. And they're booting the other one or whatever. And then it just gets suppressed. It's crazy. Just really just got suppressed and just got shorted down somehow. ETFs buying puts. I don't know, but came down and then it even dropped further. And that's kind of where we are now. This run up here, tough to say. It's MACD hasn't crossed over. MACD's still actually well, on the hourly it looks good, but this could be just a bounce from it being just way oversold. I mean, this thing, I tweeted about it. This is lower on the RSI than it's been for a year on the hourly chart. So at this point, let's see, it was at, RSI is at 12, 13. It hasn't been that low since like last April. I looked back and checked everywhere. It got low, but not that low on the hourly at least. This could kind of just be a little buy wall, something at the 130, 35 range. Or there's news that came out and I haven't heard about it yet. But I'm not too convinced. This is looking kind of weak now. There's just kind of power hour bump. I think, yeah, seeing it's not passing that moving average. I think it's probably still bearish, or it'll consolidate in this range before we have a run up. This hasn't reversed in my opinion. If you look on the daily chart, the MACD is still a little high. I'd like to see it come down and flatten around this zero equilibrium. And that might take it coming down to 120, or it might take it just staying flat in this range. But if you look on the daily, having that big doji down there, that is a good thing, kind of a sign that it's, you know, hit the floor and it doesn't want to be down there. But you did have these on these candles too, but there's a bigger one. See how it closes out. I closed out of, I should have done it this morning, and the reason why I buy the calls the week before on Friday is just in case over the weekend the thing goes crazy. GME being the thing, and I don't want to miss that. So I should have closed it out this morning, knowing that this wasn't a real spike because I was up on it. But I actually closed out my call today. Took a little loss, maybe 100 bucks, I think. And then I also have that put credit spread, which is basically bullish, and GME has to close above 145 by the end of the week. I could have closed that out at the beginning of the day for a little gain, and I probably should have, but it's funny. This reminds me of like my early trading days where I saw the chart and I had a prediction on where it was going to go based on what I saw, and then I never reacted towards logic. I only reacted towards emotion, and I traded based on what I wanted it to do and not what I thought it was going to do. And it's funny, I haven't had that realization that I've been doing until GME, and I keep trading bullish on it, but I'm seeing that it's bearish. But now we're having a big spike, so who knows. This isn't enough for me though to start loading up on calls for this week, but that isn't looking bad. Yeah. But yeah, I closed out of, I still have a put credit spread on it, so that's good. And then I opened up a bearish play to a call credit spread, basically to hedge. And so now it's confusing. It's a custom in here, but the call credit spread is basically so it closes below 140, 140 by Friday. I'm not expecting it to by Friday, but if it keeps going down next day or two, this will lose premium, and then I'll be able to buy it back for cheaper, and that's how you make money selling premium. So the bullish play, the put credit spread, I'll probably hold on till the end of the week because I'm hoping. See, again, I'm hoping it'll be up, but maybe not. This thing might keep going down into Friday. Early in the week though, it's only Monday. This still looks bearish to me, really. But MACD flattening out. Yeah, we'll see. not much else happened for me. I was kind of just taking it slow, taking it easy. Long term, flattening out now. GME came back up a little bit. Tesla's up today. Corsair was, where's Corsair? Corsair's flat today. Rocket came down. Oh, Rocket down 3% today. It's crazy. Corsair kind of melting. These contracts have lost so much value. You gotta trade the momentum, not buy the dips, or not trade the way you want it to go. This is down 90%, these contracts. So I just heard today that the amount of trades or volume in options has dropped by like 40%. So basically, had this huge influx of new traders during COVID, and then all those traders learned about options, and then options premiums went crazy because everyone was trading options. And now, since that's all happened at this point, there's 40% less option trading and volume, and so all the premiums are just getting jacked, well, dropping basically. And so, good time to sell a premium would have been the last whatever year and a half, year. And now that it's getting cheap again, now this is when you want to be buying premium and buying calls. But unfortunately, I have enough from when it was expensive that are kind of yikes. So yeah, we'll see on Corsair. I mean, if anything, hopefully earnings are crazy and that goes nuts. Rocket, I still have some belief that we're gonna have some sort of short squeeze, kind of like we did here and kind of like we did here, but hard to know. I've got pretty good exposure to both those, and I've got time. Our ASXC shares just got crushed today, 21%. It's down 1,800 on those shares. That's crazy. CPSH is down 10%. PCIC is down 1%. All these are still just taking a beating. But last week that we had that one Tesla call credit spread that worked, and that felt good to get one win. It's been a while. Yeah, this I don't think this is anything going on. The only news is the CEO, which could be big news, but that happened hours ago, or an hour and a half ago. Sometimes it has a little bump during the day, and then after hours it goes crazy on the news. So maybe it'll be something like that. That'd be nice. I don't have any naked calls now since I sold it for this week, which is fine. I can pick them up tomorrow if it starts to go crazy. But on our TD Ameritrade, Roblox is up a bunch today. It's sick. Affirm is down. GameStop's of course down. Roblox looking good. Kind of breaking out of this. I broke past this high, and then actually I got a call when it did that, when it was up here. It's a nice bull flag it's setting up. The only thing green today. Not even green anymore. Oh, lost its premium. Dang. It's just a weekly call, so this was up 30%. Time decay. Expires Friday. It's an 80 call. I feel like this might get into the money though, so we'll see. It wasn't a whole lot. I guess Roblox has come down a little bit, but it's still looking good. Trying to stay above the VWAP, staying above the moving average. 80 is not too far away. I'm hoping it'll be there the next day or two. Sell that one. What else we do on here? Yeah, that was it. Bought that Roblox, and then opened up that call credit spread on GME in case it closes below. And watched raccoons steal kitty food. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy Money sticks around. Follow me on Twitter at HappyMoneyYT. There's the sign. What movie is that? I remember that movie. On the 5 minute, this is looking good though. Nice bull flag. Broken new highs. I don't know. Well, we will see. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.